In Windows 8.1, there's been some small but significant changes to how you manage your start screen. Most notably is the addition of two more sizes. Before you just had a wide and a medium sizes, and now you have a large and a small size. And to access those, you simply right click on an item and you see down here the different options. Of course, there's still the turn live tile on and off. There's an unpin from the start menu. You can actually uninstall right from there, but there's your different sizes. So you have a large, wide, medium, and small. So if you click on large, you'll see how it expands to have a double high, double wide tile. Conversely, you can right click on a tile and then you can select a small size and you come up with a tile the size very similar to your desktop tiles or icons. So you can fit a lot more tiles on the start screen. So simply by selecting and changing the size and of different things like your photo, you may want to have into a new large style, and other ones you want to maybe keep in the medium, but you might want to change the finance to show more, or some of the other things to show more information that's available to you than it would be if it was just on one of those smaller sizes. And this is what I like about the start screen versus the start menu, is that you can sit there and change sections around, change icons around, change the size and the style until you come up with an interface that really works for you and makes you very productive during the day because all your stuff's over here where you need it. So that gives you a start menu that's exactly what you think you need. Now you can also modify the names of everything by right clicking anywhere and saying customize and just simply type in the new name. No need to shrink it down now and work on it separately. It's all right accessible here. I'll just call this my stuff for right now, and boom, now these new sections are named and everything, and I can arrange them the way I like. And I just simply move stuff around. I think I want to have my test games over here, and sure enough my start screen is now moved over to there, so they're accessible a little bit easier. Another change that happened is now that one I don't necessarily agree with. When you install a program, it no longer appears over here on the right, and once it's installed, automatically it goes there. Although some programs would install numerous icons or numerous tiles over there for different utilities, they're not installed, and you have to go install them yourself. Well, what does that mean? Well, it just means you have to go find them in your apps. So let's go take a look and let's go ahead and install a new program. We'll go to the store, and I've been looking to evaluate a couple, but we're going to install it. We're going to have it load up, and we're going to go see how to, this wasn't installed, how the easiest way to go find it. So if I look over here at different new things, I've been looking to evaluate some, and oh, you know what, there's one that I've been looking at. I got it for the phone, the Windows Phone. So let's click on the 6 guns, and we're going to go ahead and say install that, and as usual it'll sit there and say okay, installing right now. Now we'll download it and we'll wait for it to finish. Now that doesn't mean that we have to wait. We can sit there and go do other things, because if we get out of the store and go back to the desktop, up in the upper right hand corner there'll be what's called a little toast notification. Toast meaning pop-up. They'll say, oh, it's installed and ready to go. But for now, let's go back to the store and take a look at it, and you'll see up in the upper right hand corner here, you'll see that it's installing. We can click on that, and we can look at the download status here and wait for it to finish. Now what I've done is I've skipped some of the time frame it takes to download, but in the meantime, while I'm waiting anyways, I can do other things. I can actually uninstall a program. I'm going to an old piano program I did a review on a long time ago, the old keyboard program for a touchscreen. I'm going to go ahead and see if I found it. I said I don't want that anymore, so I'm going to uninstall it right in the middle of installing another program, which is unusually good use of your time and everything, because you wouldn't be able to do that normally in Windows. So let's go back over here. The no updates available for that piano program. Let's click on this, see how the download is doing now. So I switched back to the start screen just in time to see the toast notification come up showing that it's been installed. So if we scroll over to the right, no longer like it was an 8.0 does it install it automatically. We have to actually go out and do that. In order to do that, we have to come back over, and we can just start typing and search for the application itself and say okay, 6, and there it is. Now if we say right there, we say pin to start, and we slide over here, and sure enough there it is, and we'll put it over here in my test game area. And that's how you add a new game or a new software to your start menu. Now if you're going to do an existing one, you can always go to the new way to get to your app screen, which is the bottom left hand arrow of the start screen, and it'll bring up all your applications. You simply find it there, you right click on it, and say pin to start, and it'll pin it to your start menu, and then you can move it around from there. So there's the differences of installing programs in Windows 8.1 versus the old 8.0.